Hello. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to the live show. This is Ask Ashuram Tale. Hope you're doing fine. Hope everything is okay where you are. Hope you are just okay. Alhamdulillah. Otherwise, how is everything? I'm doing just fine, just like you can see. Everything is just okay. Alhamdulillah. And hope so you are all doing okay. How are you? This is Ask Ashuram Tale. Remember, it happens every Saturday. And I do get different questions from different people from different places, call it countries, all over the world. And they are seeking for piece of advice. Yes. And we want to help ourselves, to improve ourselves, to get ourselves into better people every day. Hope I'm audible enough, and hope the message will be delivered just the way that I wish and just the way that it should be. Yes, these are messages from different individuals, and they're looking for the hows, what's, whys, whens, the wheres, how we want to get ourselves becoming better people every day. And remember, this is your show. So for any contribution, for anything that you would want to contribute, remember, two heads are always better than one. Simply send your request now, approve it, and there you will be live giving your contribution. Or else, if you don't want to come live on air, simply get into the comment section, leave your comment, leave your advice, and then together let's inspire the world. Okay, remember, with our show, with this show, it's absolutely out of politics. We don't discuss politics here. Okay, it's all about the social life. I mean, the do's, the don'ts, the whys, the hows, the whens, the wheres, the whats, plus so many other things. So simply don't you forget that this is simply getting ourselves inspiring the world. This is simply getting ourselves becoming better people every day. And we know we can. Yes, we can if we choose to. Don't you forget that my name is Ashura Mutale, and this is Ask Ashura Mutale. What's our theme today? This is how to win your man's heart the halal way. Yes, I discussed or I presented this theme last week, but it was longer than I expected, so I just wouldn't finish it within 1 week, within one episode. I had to have on the part two, or call it episode two, and this is it today. Okay, we covered what we covered. One of our points was being prayerful, and the second, yes, being prayerful, and the second one was being yourself. Yes, we should avoid duplicating ourselves. And the third one was learning your man. Yes, I do have quite a number of them, a number of points, and hope there will be, yes, there will be, may Allah accept, useful. To my beloved sisters, remember, we are Muslimas, and being a Muslimah is just not a word. I mean, we have to feel it, we have to show it, we have to be proud of it, we have to act by it. Yes, being a Muslimah is not simply a word and you just put that there and say, I'm a Muslimah. So then what? If you're a Muslimah, what shows that you're a Muslimah? This goes with the actions. This goes with how you treat yourself, how you conduct yourself. I told you, my beloved sisters, we have to be exemplary. If you're calling yourself a Muslim and you're out there doing all those despicable things, subhanallah, what kind of picture are you trying to show out there? You have to be a Muslimah. Live by the word, stand by the word, act by the word. And truly, you will be a Muslimah. For Allah's sake, May Allah enable us to wear the right picture for truly being Muslims, because this really weighs a lot. This is not just anything. We are white doves out in the black, or lots of birds out there. Anyone can just recognize you in any way. When you're a Muslim, there are things that you can do. And yes, let's live up to that. SubhanAllah. Well, for these other more points, well, there's so many points out there, and trust me, if I get discussing all of them, if I get talking about all of them, I think I can get this theme. I can get this theme done within 2 episodes. I think it would take me like 5 episodes, because trust me, there are so many things out there. But at least if I bring the most important things, I mean the first and foremost things, at least this can help us out. This can, give us a hint of what it really means like to win your man's heart in the halal way. I'm talking to you, my beloved sisters, and hope this will make it count. May Allah accept your Rabbi. Okay, well, this is well, there are those why I specifically really feel it for the women is because I'm a woman myself. I know what it feels like too. How it feels like the wives, the house. I mean, and there is a way it really gives a big impact when to the fellow women when it comes from a fellow woman. Yes, if we are taught these things by the men, it will be like, but they're men. They don't know what it feels like to be women and married and taking care of the men. They don't know how hectic it is to have co-wives. They can't have an idea. Whoa, because it just feels like they can't feel the way that we feel. But if it comes from your fellow woman, trust me, that's the way you feel like, oh, just the very way that I'm being asked many questions. Are you really married? That you have to teach about how to win your man's heart? Because in the first place, I told you, when I talk about your man's heart, I definitely mean that married sisters. I'm not talking about the people who are courting, people who are having boyfriends and whatever. I'm talking about the people who are already married. This is the halal marriage, okay? Because in Islam, we don't entertain things like dating, moving in with someone and living with someone before nikah. We very well know that. So when I talk about your man, I'm talking about someone is husband, okay? Someone to whom she is already, I mean, halal way, they're living in halal. These are the kind of people that I'm talking about. So when someone had to ask me, but you're talking about how to win your man's heart, are you really married now? Yes, I am. Okay. So no more questions, my beloved sisters. Whatever that I'm telling you, this is out of experience. This is I can't lie. Okay? I don't know, but this is not something like got to do with marriage, subhanallah. Well, with other things, sometimes I get what my friends are going through, reading facts about things. Okay, so that is it all. Well, let's just get straight to the point, and we covered 3 points last week. May Allah enable me cover at least a bit more from a bit more than what we covered last week. And my 4th point is discipline. Yes, my beloved sisters, no matter who you are, no matter how beautiful you are, you know how much we get so proud of ourselves, especially that we know we have the looks. And so you think your looks are going to work it out. I don't think so, my beloved sisters. You have to be disciplined. Remember, we're talking about the ways of how to win your man's heart the halal way. Okay, so when you are beautiful, I don't think that's going to sell you off. And I don't think that's going to get you so safe. Well, you could be beautiful, you could be having the looks, but subhanallah, there's so many girls out there who have the looks. Gosh, they really look good. And I mean, when I talk about looking good, I very well meant looking good. So you can't be all that relaxed and, you know, behave your way. You just don't give a damn. You don't care. Don't care about your mind. Don't even care about improving uh, on your behavior, because sometimes we have some unacceptable behavior. We grow up from different communities, different societies. We are grown up by different people, different guardians, different parents, and we have different types of behavior. Okay, but when you learn of your behavior being unacceptable, like it's not really good, like it doesn't suit in the community, please work on changing your behavior. Yes, you can. Okay, and then you can try your best. Then don't just become lousy, become reluctant. After all, he fell in love with me, he married me, that means he loved me, so he has to cope up with all the behavior, with everything. No, please, at least there's some things that we can work on, some things that are not right. Okay, well, yes, he should love you the way you are, but there's some things, like someone is really indisciplined and no one can cope up with that. Okay, yes, he does love you the way you are, alhamdulillah, which is good, but at least, there's some, because you yourself too can just feel bad about something when someone does it, and you feel like, subhanallah, where did these people grow up from? Who even grew them up? Where did they grow up from? It's just so despicable. So those are the kind of behavior that I'm talking about. So my beloved sisters, let's be disciplined. Remember, we're looking at how to win our money's heart the halal way. We are Muslim. As I told you, there are things that we can't do. The mere fact that we're Muslims, we have to live exemplary. Okay, so you're standing out there to be a Muslim, and then you still have some bad behavior. No, subhanallah, you are doing shirk. No, seriously, because meanwhile, as you might think you're doing this in public, oh sorry, in private, in dark, someone out there might recognize you, because we are white doves, and leave at someone out there recognizing you. Well, okay, yeah, someone out there might recognize you. That is tarnishing the image of a Muslim. But then consider your Allah, for Allah is just everywhere. He's all watching. Remember, there is a time that each soul will be answerable to what it did. We're trying to get ourselves doing the right way. Let's embrace halal. Islam is life. It teaches just all the perspectives of life. Okay, all the aspects of life. It leaves no stone unturned. All these things are being taught. All these things are reality. Islam teaches so many things about marriage. Okay, so let's just help ourselves and get doing the right thing in the right time, in the right place. And what do we have? The first point was about discipline. I do have the fifth point as being, be a good cook. My beloved sisters, yes, this does really make it count, because there's a saying that we do get winning men's heart through the stomach. If I said it right, yes. Men's hearts are being won through the stomach. Yes, this is true. Men love eating good. Good food, delicious food, nice cooking, Give him a reason to always rush back home. Give him a reason to get back home early. Okay, if you don't know anything got to do with cooking, just like, yeah, some people don't have a passion in cooking, but at least when you get married, my beloved sister, you have to learn cooking. I mean, go out there, get the books, Teach yourself how to cook. Try them out. Have someone come to your home and teach you, your friends. It could be your auntie, it could be your mama. Yes, just make all the efforts and learn how to cook. Men's hurts are won through the stomach. Be a good cook. Know how to cook, what to cook, when to cook it. Okay, so my beloved sisters, let's endeavor to be good cooks. Yes, learn how to cook. Make it up to yourself to learn how to cook. You can't let your husband be eating food from the maid every day. Okay, yes, at least for some days, maybe when you're busy, yeah, you could be good. You could, you could get caught up in some things, but please, it can't be that way every day. Let that just happen once in a while that you got caught up. Maybe you just wouldn't make it. And yes, you will understand. Please cook for your men, my beloved sisters. Cook for your men. I repeat, cook for your men. Because they really love it. They really feel so much loved. Especially when they get the food from the hands of their wives. Not the maid. Well, the maid could help out in some other things, but at least with your husband. He is your husband. This is your baby boy, someone that you have to take care of. Okay, so please learn how to cook. Be good cooks. I told you, men's hurts are won through the stomach. They love eating good, love eating nice food, right in time. It's not that kind of woman. You don't, please just don't be that kind of woman who cooks uh, lunch, or let's say breakfast. Lunch is could be for. Let's talk about breakfast, and then it has to be served in the afternoon. Subhanallah. Yes, someone's saying, but how? Yes, these women are there. They are slow. They just work at their own pace. Not subhanallah. If you got yourself sitting and someone's preparing for you breakfast and they have to serve it in the afternoon, what are you gonna do? I mean, you even get much more hungrier than you were because you expected the food. You kept on waiting for the food, and the food or the tea, whatever, just didn't get served. And then when it gets to lunch, someone has to serve lunch like at 5. Yes, so this is funny, but this is it. You know how we all expect lunch at around, okay, let's just 2, yes, 2. But some people best eat lunch at 12, at least 1, and let us 2 p.m. And then someone gets serving you lunch at 5 p.m. Subhanallah. Don't say it's impossible. Yes, it is possible. So my beloved sisters, these are the kind of things that I'm trying to rectify. Okay, be a good cook. Cooking time, know what to cook, how to cook it, when to cook it. Okay, so we can, yes, this can be one of the ways, because remember, not so many people know how to cook, especially the I don't want to use that word, and I'm not going to use it. What should I use? People who are okay, the slay queens. Yeah, whatever. It's happening. Everyone knows their slaves out there, so some just might not want to cook. Okay, so give him a reason to come back home and know that he has a wife. It doesn't matter where he's been, what he's done. It's just none of your business. Okay, so that is point number 5. Told you point number 1 was, where's point number 1? That was last year. Oh, sorry, last week. Point number 1 was stay the original view. Don't duplicate yourself. Don't copycat anyone else. Point number 2 was be prayerful. Point number 3 was learn your man. Point number 4 has been discipline. Point number 5, be a good cook. And then point number 6, Attend to your man. Attend to your man personally. My beloved sisters, this looks like a joke. This looks like I don't have time. I just have a maid and she can do everything. Yes, if she can do everything, trust me, she is gonna do everything. And I mean everything with your man. Okay, if you're that kind of lousy girl who doesn't want to do things for your man, well, I know there are those kind of uh, complaints like, but he should also attend to me. Yes, nobody said he shouldn't attend to you, but it's your role as a wife in the home, as a homemaker. He married you because he saw the wife in you. He saw the mother of his children, an exemplary a woman. He left all the other women, or else he would have married so many of them. But at least he chose you. He put you in his home. You better play your role, my beloved sisters. Subhanallah. If you think you have made it so she can do just everything for you, yes, she will do everything for you. Okay, and I mean she will do everything for you. Hope you all know what this means. I mean, there's so many complaints out there. Why men? I think that will also be another talk. Why men are so much falling for these maids lately in this era. I don't know how it was like in the past with our mothers, with our grandma, but in this era of ours, subhanallah, this is like a crunch of a snack. And why? It's simply because we're becoming slave queens, whatever the case is, because that's the word that is spreading around. We're becoming so lazy, not only at ourselves, but in our homes. We don't care no more for our husbands. We'll leave everything to the maids, and I'm assuring you, these maids will take care of just everything in your house, including your man. If we don't take precautions, if we don't take care. Okay? So, my beloved sisters, this is point number 6. Attend to your man personally. Okay, know what your man wants, when he wants it, how he wants it. It's not all about asking the maid, subhanallah, what does he eat? The maids know everything about our men. They know what kind of shirt to wear, when to wear it, what kind of tie matches with the shirt and which trouser. And where are you? Why were you married, my beloved sister? And then if that man, well, I'm not giving excuses to this man, but sometimes we create the situation. Sometimes we call for it. Why wouldn't you help your man dress up in the morning? Oh, I see, you're so busy. You have to rush to work and you're doing this and that. Oh, the baby's crying. What? Yes. But some things are just the way they are. When you are a woman, there's some things you can't skip. Well, he's a big boy and he can look for his socks and he can look for the tie. He can dress himself up. He can iron for himself. I don't think that's safe. Yes, I'm not also spoon feeding the men and making them become lazy. You become bossy like you don't want to do anything for yourself. Please, you have to do something for yourself. I'm talking to you, the brothers. But at least, there is that care that when your wife does it for you, you feel really loved. It's not all about who is in control, who is heading the house. You have to do this for me, by force. But I mean that kind of actions that you do for your man, and it's out of love. Yes, I know for those sisters. I'm talking about the homemakers, my beloved sisters. Yes, those kind of things that you do deliberately, that you're not forced, but out of love. Like, you feel he's your baby boy. You want to take good care of him. You want him to look good. You want him to look smart. You just want him to be happy. Okay? And then you get everything just in place. His socks, his ties, his handkerchiefs, his underwears, his everything is just in place and neatly well organized, that your man won't have to run up and down. In the morning, he's looking for the socks. The socks is this way, and then the other one is in the bathroom. It wasn't washed, or else it got washed and it dropped in the soil until it didn't get cleaned up again, and it's all soily. Everything's just messed up, and you don't care. And all you can do, I mean, the best you can do is to call the maid. Oh, calling the maid. Yes, you will call her. She will come. So you're leaving it all to the maid to dress up your man, because she knows where just everything is. Okay, that is wrong. I told you. Yes, at least I think I have to get an episode talking about that, the maid, and how much you want to become a slay queen simply because you vanished your nails. Don't want your nails to lose the vanish simply because, oh, you just don't want to do any washings. There's so many things that you do out of love, like washing your man's underwears. Yes, that's what sound like, oh, I can't. Oh, really? You can't. And then the maid will. Okay? My beloved sisters, there's some things that we don't want to accept. But the mere fact that we are women, can you hear me? The mere fact that we are women, we can never be equal with men. I'm not saying, I told you there are things that we do out of love. Yes, as you wash for your husband your panties, this is not something done out of force. Because if you're doing it out of force, like he's forcing you because he's being so authoritative, you will feel oppressed. But if you do it out of love, you enjoy what you're doing, you love what you're doing, everything is just okay. Okay? Well, you're this kind of person, and so the maid has to wash his panties. Oh, subhanallah. That is a big mistake. Okay? It has to be you. This is your baby boy. This is your man. I don't know, whoever that you call your husbands or your man, whatever kind of names, I mean, the sweet names that you call them, I mean, this is your sweetheart. So you have to attend to him. Things got to do with the maid and why many men are messing around with the housemaids. That's gonna be another topic, another theme, another episode, because that's way wide. We sometimes, I told you, I'm not in siding with a man, but sometimes women, we do create the situation. We do call for all these despicable acts in our homes. Well, that was point number 6. So, point number 7, this is cleanliness. Allahu Akbar. Yes, I'm saying Allahu Akbar because that's the way that we become lazy at being clean. When I talk about clean, I mean clean at its best without fail. Yes, my beloved sisters, cleanliness, you could be just everything. You could be having just everything. You could be so beautiful. You've got the gadgets. You've got what your mama gave you. You're a good cook. You're taking good care of your husband. But you're not clean at all. I mean, you're dirty. Everything's so messed up. Everything's just thrown up everywhere. You don't care about tidying up things. You don't clean up things. You don't clean yourself. The toilets, the bathrooms, the bedroom itself is so woof. My beloved sisters, let's work hard at being clean. When I talk about clean, I mean clean, being clean. So whatever that you do, tighten up everything, clean the kitchen. Because trust me, no matter how sweet your food is, but when it comes from a dirty kitchen, it's just, you won't want to taste it. I mean, you can eat for the sake of eating because you don't have a choice. But at least, had you had a choice, you wouldn't have eaten. Okay? Then when it gets to the bedroom, sisters, come on, you better tighten up your bed and put everything just in place. No having his socks thrown up just everywhere, the ties where he left them. Well, even the brothers, you have to put things in place to help your wife. This is the way of developing that love. Not making her feel like she is another maid in the house. Okay? It's making her feel there's love, you do care, you do help her in some things. And not being that kind of lion like person, like you're so controlling, so authoritative. And when you come home, you even leave your shoes outside simply because she has to pick them for you. Please, you can get those shoes inside. Come on. When you get in the home, I'm talking to you, my beloved brothers. When you get home, at least you can make tea for yourself if your wife is busy. Even if she's not busy, she could be doing some other things. Okay? I'm not because when I talk about tidying up, it's all got to do with the women and everything. That doesn't mean you have to throw things just everywhere. But this is not your theme. I'm talking to my beloved sisters. So, my sweet sisters, hope you can hear me out. Please tighten up that bed. Put everything just in place. If he threw the socks and then he threw the ties, it's your duty. Well, nevertheless, he can help you, just like you just heard me talk to them. Brothers, you have to tighten up things too. Not just leaving everything to your wives. Okay, at least I'm giving you a hint of the things that we love. Things that make us feel wives, real wives. I mean, like someone really cares about you. Like you have a loving husband. He's a good person. He's a good man. You get the point? Yeah. Then you don't have to get those hurt feelings, feeling like he's being authoritative, he's being controlling. Okay? That's for you, brothers. So, my beloved sisters, yes, be clean. And when it gets to the kitchen, I told you just like it is that men's hurts are going through the stomach. As you get becoming a good cook and knowing what to do in the kitchen, please clean up that kitchen. Okay? Be good at being clean. Because cleanliness calls for it. Remember our topic, our theme today is ways of how to capture. Yes. I'm talking about these men who are turning us upside down. They confuse us. They get us all worked out like we want to tear our hair off, like we want to hang ourselves. You know how these men get us so sometimes we sound like wild animals. We forget about ourselves. And all we can do best is concentrate on them, like it's all we've got to do. Sometimes it's not so necessary, my beloved sisters. It's all about knowing what to do, when to do it, how to do it, what to do. Okay, learn your man. Because what might work in my man might just not work in your man. Learn your man and know. It's all about playing with the with these points. It's all about playing with the what's, the whys, the hows, the whens. My beloved sisters, yes, that is it. So that was point number 7, if I'm not mistaken. Attending to your man. Oh, sorry, not attending to your man. Cleanliness. Okay, there are no exceptions for anyone not to be clean. So we have to be clean. Give him a reason to think about you, to love coming home. Who would want to go back into a dirty home? I bet no one. But when you're clean, subhanallah. Plus, these other things. Yes, some of the things we don't know them, but we can teach ourselves and learn how to adapt to doing these things. Yes, we can. This is working for your marriage. Okay, so let's go to point number 8, and this is the nagging point. I mean, the nagging wives. Well, I do have to talk about that as well, because I was sent some questions from some brothers, and they're wondering why someone are so nagging. Yes, their wives were that nagging. Okay, so my beloved sisters, there isn't a trophy that can ever be awarded to a nagging wife, to a nagging woman. No trophy at all. But it's rather destroying the marriage. Because I believe the biggest percentage of the men, if not all men, hate being nagged. You just can't stop. You keep complaining just about everything. You keep asking just about everything, even the unnecessary things. You keep wanting to know all the bits, the whats. Well, that's not bad. But why would you just make the effort of getting it from him? I think it would be more lovely, more beautiful if he did it himself. Yeah, like something really. Perhaps he should tell you if he wants to. If he doesn't want to, maybe give him time. Okay? Being nagging. You just don't let go of things. You just don't forget things. You just don't give up on things. You are there nagging him, asking him. Well, sometimes we don't want to talk about some things. Maybe sometimes we need time. And that's reality. I know that those situations that I just don't want to talk about something. Not because it's a bad thing, not because I might be accused of doing it, not necessarily, but simply because I need some time before I discuss something, simply because I need some space before I have to talk about it. If your husband keeps quiet about something, that doesn't mean he's guilty about that thing. So you have to keep nagging him. You have to keep, forcing the truth out of him. Perhaps he needs time. And yes, let's stop being nagging. No man ever wants a nagging wife. I don't know, maybe they do exist, but from which part of the planet? That's what I want to know. That's where I want to know where that exists. Because when your husband gets in the home, all he expects is peace. A welcoming wife. Yes, no matter how angry it might be, you know how they do those things and we get so pissed off like we don't want to look at them. You can forego that. There's time for that. My beloved sisters, remember, we wonder how can we win their hearts? You know how much there are so many eyes out there, so many arms waiting for your man. And yes, they'll get them if you don't take care of him. They'll get them if you don't play your roles as a wife. They'll take him if you don't make up on yourself. The things you do, how you do them, when you do them, where you do them from. Okay, so my beloved sisters, let's stop being nagging. Give him the peace. Be his peace. Be his happiness. Be his true love. Yes, you can be if you choose to. Okay, point number 8. Subhanallah. I'm gonna try to be brief because this show only takes an hour. I don't want to take much of your time. Yes, we do have okay, we do have a contribution from Gizeri. Kotamani says communication is major. Yes, communication. Thank you for the contribution. Communication is so good. Well, it was down though, but it's okay. I can get that right now. Communication. Okay? You have to communicate to your man. Try to create that time. Okay? With your man. What is he going through? What are you going through? How can you help him out? How can he help you out? Because you know how these men are rockheads. Sometimes they don't care. If you don't initiate something, he just will not care. He won't make any efforts. Sometimes you don't have to wait for him. Initiate it. We are the pillars of homes, my beloved sisters. Okay? There should be communication in your marriage. It's a very big pillar. And yes, how will your man know what you're going through? What you want? How he should change? Because for all these things that hurt you, things that he does, he might be doing these things without knowing that they really affect you. You don't really like them. So how will he know if you don't communicate to him? Create time. Spend quality time with your husband. Well, some sisters will be like, but my husband doesn't have time. He doesn't even want to talk. Well, there are those kind of lion-mad men who are so unnecessarily serious, authoritative, controlling. They don't laugh at all. They don't joke. They don't talk with their women. Subhanallah. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. That is really too bad. And my beloved sisters, I know there's some sisters out there who are going through this, and that is really bad. Please pray for this lion kind of man, because you deserve to be happy. When he steps in your home, you're like, Jazakallah khair, Allah, he's back. You're happy. Okay, you have a friend. Yes, be friends. Try as much as you can to be friends to your man. He should be your number one friend before you have to, to get out of your jail and look out for your friends who are gonna get talking or backbiting you over what you talk to them about. Your husband is there. Make use of him. Okay, so my beloved sisters who have those lying kind of like men who don't laugh, the men who don't crack jokes, the men who don't, subhanallah, the men who just don't want to hear anything from their wives. All they do is come back home. When they get home, the children, the women get so scared. They run into the bedrooms. They hide themselves. And they come out one by one, kneeling and greeting and getting back, SubhanAllah. I know this situation is happening, but that's too bad to be true. My beloved sisters, what should I say to you? Pray to Allah about this lion. To Allah, nothing is impossible. Pray to Him just about everything you want Him to change into. Yes, and pray to Allah to soften his heart, to make him a better husband, a husband that you want, a husband that every woman wants and dreams of. Yes, my beloved sisters, pray for your husbands. Okay, so the other way around, that you have a loving husband, a good husband, someone good, really, someone really nice. I'm talking about those friends of ours, the men. Please create time for your husband. Have some quality time for your husband. Okay, yes, this can make it work. This can make it lovely and so sweet, because you get communicating just about everything. You could tell him what hurt you, how you didn't want him doing something, and then he did it. He might have not intended to hurt you, but then you got hurt. Okay, and then how you want him to change, and he will communicate to you about the things that you do, and this will help the two of you. Remember, no man is an island. We are all humans with flaws and imperfections. Okay, we can't be perfect in any way. So we better be talked to about things, or else we might not just know our mistakes. Okay, so this helps us. The more you spend time with your husband, with your man, with your better half, with your complement, the more it helps you. You become friends, you become more freer. And I talk about freer. There are those people who are in relationships and they're just not free. Hope someone understands what I'm saying. I told you, my beloved sisters, we should stop acting perfectionists, because no human is perfect. You can never be perfect. We're all humans. Okay, so let's endeavor to be friends. And I told you, my beloved sisters, oh, my beloved sisters and brothers, I know brothers are watching as well, so I don't want to skip you out. But this is for my sisters. You know how much I love you, and I know we can become better people every day. We can get working on this. Yes, if we choose to. I do have quite a number of points, and I can get this theme being discussed for 3 uh, episodes, at least I've got to get this finishing. I'll have to just spend less time on the explanation. Let's see. Yes, I do have another point, and this is respect. Allahu Akbar. Yes, respect for yourself and for your man. We tend to cross boundaries when it gets to respect. We tend to not know what we should do, what we should say, when to say it, especially when we get so loved, pampered, cared for. We tend to forget, my beloved sisters. Yes, I hear some men give excuses. When you love her so much, when you love her the right way, when you do things for her and give her all the care that she deserves, she will not respect you. She will instead take you for a coward, for somebody who's got nothing to do. And that is wrong. My beloved sisters, there's some things we can't say to our men, no matter how angry we are. Sometimes we have to learn how to restrain. Words once said can never be turned. And there are some things that when someone says them to you, you will just never forget them, even when they apologize to you. Okay? So we better be careful with what we say when we say them. How do you treat your man? Sometimes we cross the boundaries. That's the way some women treat their men in public, to simply prove to the public, I do have him, so I can do anything with him and he won't do a thing about anything, which is wrong. What kind of picture are you painting out there about your marriage to the public? Okay? I mean, well, what are you trying to prove? Well, you've got him, so what then? I don't think anyone will praise you or credit you apart from the bad people, those bad friends who will praise you. Well, I saw you did this and I think you did it right. Yes, he deserves it. That's a bad friend. With a good friend, if you ever did that in front of me, doing all that, those despicable acts of disrespect to your man, I will slap some sense into your head. And yes, I will slap some sense in your head. Because if you're trying to prove a point to me, I mean, that doesn't mean a thing to me. I don't even care whether you've got him or not, whether he can do anything. You know, that's none of my business. Sisters, wake up. When you respect your man, this respect goes back to you. Okay? And then respect yourself. You won't have to call or to remind your man to respect you if you're respecting yourself. Okay? So it begins with you. Respect yourself and respect him the very way that you would want him to respect you. My beloved sisters, yes, this is it. Treat your man good even when you go in public. Don't turn out to be that nagging, the fighting, the crawling, the war woman, like you're so the iron woman, like subhanallah. It's not gonna scoop you any credits, but rather get people wondering where you were grown from, who grew you up anyway. How does he even survive with her? That is disrespect, when such questions begin coming in. My beloved sisters, oh subhanallah, I do have quite another like 4 more points. I think we can cover them up. Yeah, let me try to be brief. And this is trust your man. Doesn't matter what he does, where he does them from, or the things that he does, what he does, where he does them from. It's all about saving yourself from the hassle. My beloved sisters, I told you, there's a way that they get us wild and we get thinking just about them, planning for them. We get so worked out sometimes for no good reason. And I don't think that's good at all. We get spying them like we were trained for being FBIs. Like you want to know just about his step, what he does, when he does it. SubhanAllah, we have a life. My beloved sisters, why should it be just with them, the men? We have a life to lead. You have to take good care of yourself. You have to look good. You have to always be beautiful, look good. Just like a sweet 16. Yes, my beloved sisters. Remember, there's so many beautiful girls out there. Girls with body. Girls who are looking so beautiful, so cute, so pretty. They're shining. And you're out there in your home. Remember, you want him up. He put you in his home. That means you have a place somewhere in his life. Yes. Then here you are, not appreciating what you have already, what Allah gives you, the place you have in his life. And then you are right there acting like an FBI. You don't sit in your home. You don't rest your eyes unless you read your man's messages. Huh? Is that all you can do? Is that the best that you can do for yourself? What are you looking for? I told you, my beloved sisters, sometimes we call for the stress. If you're that kind of person who can't rest, you can't give yourself that peace of mind. You can't even trust him any little bit. What are you doing to yourself? My beloved sisters, you're calling for nothing but stress. And yes, you will get the stress that you're calling for. Okay, then you want to know where he stepped, who he's been with. Sometimes they are not doing bad things. I'm not on their side because they damn well know how complicated they are. They damn well know how unpredictable they can be and how they get us worked out. I'm not on your side, brothers. But at least, my beloved sisters, give yourself the chance to have peace, to avoid stress. You have so many things. Love yourself. You have to take good care of yourself. You have to look good, young, sexy. Yes. Then when you give all the time to him, like you have to hunt for him, where he's been, what he's been doing, who he's been calling, what's the message talking about, where is it? Come on, please spare me. Okay, so have that trust for your man. You can learn to trust your man. Okay? Yes, you can learn to trust your man. No one is going to teach you this because there are no schools that teach this. Well, maybe counselors can do this, but I don't know. I haven't known of any counselor. Okay, doing this. So, my beloved sisters, wherever you are, whatever that you're doing, learn to trust your mind. Sometimes it calls for the stress. That's the way it is. So be it. I told you, let me try to be brave with my points. I do have another point, and it says, be listening. It doesn't have, uh, you don't have to be um, the right person always. Yes, sometimes we need to listen. It's not a proof of point. You're the right, like he's not right. Sometimes you just have to listen to them and listen what they're saying or talking to us about. So my beloved sisters, be listening than more talking. Yes, listen out what he's talking to you about. And then give him a word if necessary. Sometimes maybe he might want that piece of advice from you. Told you girls, we have to be sober. We have to have substance in our hard disks. My beloved sisters, that is something that we should keep with ourselves. There are no things like slaying and being a slay, mama, slay, queen, whatever. You know, that is what is moving around. That's why I'm using it even when I don't want to. That kind of personal things, your beauty is going to work, he's going to do everything for you. So you're going to sit back and relax and just wait for everything to be done for you. That's not going to work, my beloved sisters. Yes. So, whatever that we do, okay, let's have substance. Okay? Yes. When he's talking to you, he's talking to his wife, the mother of his children, a homemaker. He expects you to listen to him and to talk back to him because he needs it. He needs to hear your point of view, what you say about what. Okay? So, my beloved sisters, let's endeavor to be listening than more talking. It's not all about you proving a point. It's not all about you being right. Sometimes we just have to listen to them. Okay, so it's getting a little bit dark. Let me just rush it off and get this done, or else, subhanallah. Let me try to get the lights on, please. Wait a minute, I'm coming. Hi, I'm back. I was trying to work um on the lights. So let's see. Yeah, nice talking to you too. Thank you, my dear one. Who is this? Let me see. I do have lots of your comments and your contributions, my beloved ones, but um, I can't get discussing everything or else. I'm gonna take longer than expected. We're running out of time, and I don't want to take much of your time, my beloved sisters and brothers. Remember, our theme today is ways on how to capture, how to win your man's heart. I'm talking to you, my beloved sisters. How can we do it the halal way without making shirk? Yes, that's what we're trying to look at. Okay, so Yes. There's this slide effect, but I think we have no option with it. I'm trying to. May Allah accept. Otherwise, let me just hurry up and get this done. So for the points, I told you, my beloved sisters, there's so many points out there that you can add on to this. I told you, yes, but these are some of the foremost points. Okay, yes. We can't finish them all up. I can finish them all up, or else I might take like 5 days, because there's so many things. Okay, yes, my beloved sisters. So I'm just covering a few of them, and please, for the rest, get out there, research. Yes, make research, because research should be part and parcel of life. You can't sit back and wait for everything to be presented to you on a silver plate. Okay, my beloved sisters. So make research, please. Yes, let me just I've got 3 points left out, and this is being open. Let's try to be open to our partners. One lie is always covered by another 100 lies. If someone didn't know that, yes, if you have to lie about something, that means you're gonna keep lying all the time to cover up for that lie. And who knows, you could forget. And the person that you told the lie will just never forget what you told them. And then there you are. You forgot what you told him. And then you change the page, you change what you said, you change your words. SubhanAllah. That is not good. When you do it maybe once, well, sometimes someone feels like it's once, but it's gonna become a habit. After all, you're used to lying. And then he discovers you lied. When will he ever believe you? Okay, so when I talk about being open, this calls for truthfulness. Be open with your man, and this is gonna give you the consciousness of being truthful. If you're that kind of person who makes everything private, you lie just about everything, this is so discomforting. Especially when you know your partner lies just about everything. I mean, when will you believe them? When will you be comfortable with them? Like about what they tell you? This hurts a lot, and so let's try to be open, truthful to our people, to our men. This is also another way of winning his heart the halal way. Okay, so I do have yes, another point. This is loving him right. I told you there's so many points, but we can't get them all done into episodes, and yet there's so many other things that we have to do, my beloved sisters. I just gave you a hint of what you should do. Then look out for more. Okay, there's so many things out there. Things like you can read there are verses in the Quran, and yes, you can read them for your man while he's watching you. You don't have to hide anything. Okay, read them for him. It's no harm while he's watching you. He will understand. It's all because you love him. It's all because you care. So bring the cup full of juice, full of water, whatever it can be. It could be just any drink. He's watching you. This is out of love. I mean, if you didn't love it, why would you even care? Okay, there are those verses. There are those. Oh, I just forgot them. This is Asalahu Anya who. There's a verse. This is from Surah Maryam. I think I'll leave it in the comment, or else I'll just leave it in the, yeah, I think in the comment section. For my beloved sisters, yes, please endeavor to read it. It's not harm. Okay, this is just for you, your man, because we can't just sit back and act like nothing is happening. The world is getting so hectic, so well. The mistresses are just all over. The women are just everywhere, and their eyes are wide open waiting for our men, waiting for this man and to turn their minds just to themselves. The will grab them and take them for them. So we can't just sit back and act like nothing is happening. Okay? Someone is asking what's the topic about. This is how to win your man's heart the halal way. Capturing him the halal way. This is what the theme is all about. So my beloved sisters, when I talk about you reading some verses for you, these are not haram, these are no harm. Yeah, what was that? I was thinking. Asalah anyaji ala. Oh, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. I just forgot that. Asalah anyaji. Asalah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Asalah anyaji. Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah. I read this every day. But Alhamdulillah, I will leave that in the comment section for my beloved sisters. Okay? Sometimes we discuss things and we skip some things simply because, I don't know, but these things shouldn't be skipped out because this is real. This is what is happening. Okay? So, my beloved sisters, let's go ahead and see. Yes, this is loving him right. That's what I was still talking about, and then I brought in that other point. Loving him right. When I talk about loving him right, someone is going to wonder, but I mean, how? I mean, I'm loving him, so then how right? How much more can I love him right? We love them in the wrong way. When I talk about the wrong way, that is loving them too much. That we even forget about ourselves. We concentrate on them just about everything. That we forget they're only humans. We forget they have their own life. Remember, too much of anything is always bad. When you love him the wrong way, you're going to get loving him too much. Too much is going to create so many unacceptable behavior, bad behavior. Like you have to spy on him simply because you feel like you can't let any other woman come near him. And spying on him, that's getting you into an FBI on your own husband, which is not good. Okay? Remember, this point is let us love them right. When we get loving them wrong, we don't give them space to breathe. They need space. They want to spend some time alone with their boyfriends. Not talk about the boyfriend, I mean the guy friends, their friends. They want to have some guy friends day out, just the very way that we have girlfriends day out, girls day out. They have the boys day out. But when you want to love him too much, then you're gonna mess everything up. My beloved sisters, we do have a life. You have things to do. Make yourselves busy. Get doing something for yourself. Apart from looking after ourselves and looking good, we can also get done some other beneficial things. Get ourselves busy, because when you do, then I mean that will be good for you and for your husband. Sometime you better get doing or getting busy with some other things. It's not that all the time it's the man, and the man. He's gonna get tired. Just the same way that you would get tired when someone loves you too much. Just one, I don't want someone loving me too much, because you're gonna get nagging. You're gonna be on my case all the time, and what have you done all the time? You're calling me, and no, I don't want someone loving me too much. I don't know, my fellow sisters out there, if you love it or if you like it, but with me, you don't have to love me too much. It's so I don't even want to think about that, because you won't give me any space to breathe. Sometimes I want to be alone and get thinking through things out alone. I don't need anyone's interruption. I don't need so many questions about what, where, how, when, why. So that's the mistake that we do, my beloved sisters. We get loving them too much. This is loving them in the wrong way. They get tired. We nag them. We are on their neck all the time. We want to see who they're calling, what they're talking, why they're talking to those people. Okay, we want to know just all the bits, which is not bad, but please, this is a human. He is a human being that you found already grown up in a different community. He has, you know, different background from yours. He has a different perception about different things. This is another big person. So, my beloved sisters, someone will wonder, how should we, or how can I love him right? Yes, you can love him right. And you can do things right. Okay? So let's learn to love our men right. That is also a very big thing. You might be just perfect in everything, but because of that dying love, so you have to cry. That doesn't work. Yes, my beloved sisters, these men don't want desperate women. So let's stop acting like kids. They want grown up women. You have to hustle like a man. You have to look good, beautiful, young, sexy. So, sweethearts, my beloved sisters, that is Adhan. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. So, let me just wind up this because Maghrib is here. Yes, I do have someone saying love without control. My beloved sisters, love without control is not going to get you anywhere. You have to have self-control. Don't love to die like you can't survive without him. Yes, you can survive. So what if he leaves you? Are you going to die? SubhanAllah. Don't put yourself in that shoes, or else life is too short to live in stress, in distress. Okay, love something so beautiful that the two of you have to enjoy. And not having one-sided, being worked out all the time and fidgeting. No, that's not the way to go. So I know some people are waiting for that other big. Yes, it's big, and yet some people might think maybe she's not gonna say it. Well, if I skip this out, then I don't think I will have covered the first and foremost point. because this is part of it. And this is being good in bed. I know, truth better be said. I have no way of beating around the bush and trying to turn this and maybe cover it. That is the way it is. And when I say being good in the bedroom, in the bed, doesn't mean you have to act that kiddish girl, shy, mama's girl. That's not it, my beloved sisters. When I talk about being good in bedroom, in bed, in the bedroom, I'm really talking about you being bad, a bad girl, because it's all evident. Most men, if not all the men, I said most men, if not all the men, love bad girls. In fact, they say good girls in bedroom are so boring. So, sweetheart, my beloved sister, wherever you are. Okay, it also depends on those men. Subhanallah, what kind of man should I really call them or classify them for? Those kind of men who, when the girl gets naughty in the bedroom, they think she's a prostitute or she's a stripper, whatever. But let's keep those men out. I'm talking about the men. I mean, the men. Even those are men, but I don't know how I should specify them, but I'm talking about the big percentage of the men. My beloved sisters, you have to be a bad girl. Yes, when it calls for it. You might ask me, what should I do? Subhanallah, go make research of what really turns you into a goddess in the bedroom. Because no matter how many things we might look at, yes, this is equally important. Your man needs a good woman, a bad girl. I told you, most of the men, if not all the men, no matter who they are, okay, they want bad girls. So stop acting the kiddish girl because someone out there. That's why some sisters are complaining and they're like, but why are these men going out for? Now, when I talk about the bad girls, yes, I mean the bad girls. The really bad girls who wear panties and skimpy clothes. And these men are going for this. I mean, your man will leave you in your home and he will cheat with these women. And this is happening. Why? Because these girls don't give a damn. And they know what it takes to be bad in the bedroom. I told you, truth better be told. I don't have a way of dropping this and this is the way it is. And this is the way I have to present it to you. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. So, my beloved sisters, work hard at being good in the bedroom. Be, when I say being good, be a bad girl, naughty, wild girl. Yes, look out for those things, research, help yourself out, drive him crazy. Yes, you can. Doesn't matter how many you are, just play your role in your own way. Be unique in your own way. Do things with him that will always stick in his mind. Yes, you can. Don't mind about what other people do. It's their business. This is your business. Your man is your business. Your bedroom with your man is your business, my beloved sisters. So, yes, I told you That is, no matter how much sometimes we try to not want to talk about these things. Yes, these things are happening, these things are real, this is the way it is, and truth better be told, even when it's bitter. Okay, so the last one. Told you there's so many points, but I can't finish them all. Okay, yes, I can't finish them all. So let's have the last one, and this is playing with your man. Yes, find some time to play with him. That really gets you closer. That makes you friends. So someone is like, but how can I play with him? Yes, you can play with your man. Create that time. Just crack jokes with him. That's nothing much more sweeter than having a friend in your mind, in your partner. Like your friends, you crack jokes, you play. Okay, I mean, it's so beautiful, it's so sweet, it's so lovely. So, my beloved brothers and sisters, I don't want to take much of your time. I believe I must have um, gone beyond the daily time because it's getting darker and I want to go and pray Maghrib. So, thank you all for being here. Thank you for being part of the show. Thank you for waiting for me, my sweethearts. I do love you all for the sake of Allah. Simply comment on this video, simply like the video, simply share the video, as it might not mean a thing to you. Subhanallah. It might just be everything to someone out there. So this is a show. We're helping ourselves to become better people every day. How can we learn, teach yourselves, being good people, changing for the better? Yes, this is for the do's and don'ts, the hows, the where's, the what's, the when's, the why's. Yes, this is your show, and my name is Ashuram Tale. Simply leave your question in my inbox, whatever that you want to talk about. Trust me, there's so many things out there in this crazy world, in this dot-com era, in this contemporary world. So many things are just going upside down. How can we put them right? Okay, so take good care of yourselves. Goodbye is the shortest word that I can ever say, but yes, I do have to go. Allow me finish up this and take good care of yourselves. I do love you all for the sake of Allah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.